is Scott from HEXUS, and you're watching HEXUS TV. I'm talking to Miodrag from Cooler Master, and you've got something to show us here, Miodrag. Do you want to tell me a bit about this chassis?
Yes, we have a new product called HAF932. This chassis's target audience would be hardcore gamers, people who are enthusiasts, who would be more interested in LAN parties and this sort of activities.
Would they tend to be overclockers?
Yes, there would be also overclockers. Okay. There would be people who would require a chassis with a high thermal performance.
Okay. And you say high airflow, so I mean, I'm noticing right now we've got a great big fan at the top here, which I don't often see in chassis. Do you want to tell me a bit more about the fans?
It is not just one big fan on the top, but we also have one big fan at the front and one big fan at the side. They're all 200mm fans. However, they're revolving at only 700 RPMs per minute, which means that they're providing high volumes of air to cool the internal components without producing any significant level of sound. So, although
that's the significance of it rotating slower, it's less sound.
Yes, but at the same time will provide high thermal performance.
Okay, great. And do you want to just walk us through some of the external features?
So at the front you're going to see your standard optical drive base. Standard optical drive base. Underneath you have located another 200mm fan that will push the air at the front to the hard drive and other internal components. On the side you will see another 200mm fan that will provide huge volumes of air to the internal components like a CPU, graphics cards and so on. Again, on the top you will notice that there is a window. Purpose of that window is for people who are in modding or who want to present their internals, internal computer, internal bits and pieces with the flashing lights and so on, so they can show their level of excellence. That window is coming as a standard.
Fine.
So going back to the chassis, back of the chassis, we have two slots for the external water cooling. We have another fan at the back of the chassis, plus expansion cards. However, what is very interesting about this chassis is that it provides opportunity to install a power supply unit whether at the bottom or at the top.
So this plate here comes out, does it?
Yes, it's removable.
And these two holes are exactly the same size?
So basically it's all about customer choice. Does he want to use power supply unit at the top or does he want to use it at the bottom? Okay,
and I'm just noticing the style of the overall chassis. It looks a bit different from other Cooler Master ones I've seen. Can you tell me
it does. It's a very industrial, very powerful, very strong outlook. However, that is in line with our new policy, where we have decided that we're going to have a two range of products, one being classical range of Cooler Master chassis like a Cosmos 1000, Cosmos S, and forthcoming 840, ATCS 840. Then on the other side, we're introducing a new range of product called codename Storm, where this will become part of the Storm range.
About that before,
yes, we did. And then it's going to be followed by some other products like a Sniper, maybe Havoc and Apache and so on. All forthcoming products.
And this has a quite brutal industrial.
Very brutal,
tough look.
It's a men's chassis. It's a men's chassis. It's designed for the hardcore gamers. It's people who want to have something that screams power.
Yeah, it certainly does that. Screams "Don't mess with me."
Kind of like that, yes.
And just looking at the top here, I noticed there's a sort of segment here which seems to have a sort of pull-out thing.
Well, pretty much it can be used as a tray. However, if customer wants to use internal water cooling, pretty much you can install underneath here. You can install water tank, and then if you need to refill that water tank from time to time, all you have to do is just remove this rubber pad, and that provides you with this hole exactly from where you can
reload. Access to the water
tank. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically, as you can see, it is designed pretty much in every respect for the people who are in gaming, overclocking, that sort of thing.
Definitely. Yeah.
Now, yes?
Yeah, I was just going to say, having looked at the outside, I was wondering if we can have a little remove some of the side panels.
Yes.
Inside.
So if we go from the inside of the chassis, this is the 200mm fan that I was talking about. It's a slow moving and produces high volumes of air. However, let's go further inside the chassis to see some other features. So it has a 5 hard drive base, and basically they are very simple to remove. The very unique feature is, again, these rubber pads. They are designed to prevent hard drive vibrations to be passed onto the chassis, basically, by doing that, reducing the noise. That is one of the interesting features. However, the most interesting feature on this chassis is this cutout on the motherboard tray. You may ask yourself, well, what is all that about? Well, up until now, for you to install add-on cooler, like let's say Z600 or V8 or Hyper 212 or anything like that, you have to remove your motherboard, you have to remove your graphics card, pretty much every dismantle computer, install the cooler, and then put everything back together. It's time consuming, you can damage your equipment, so we thought, let's simplify that whole entire process. So what we did, we it's very simple. We put this cutout in the motherboard tray,
yep.
and that gives you access to backplate of the cooler. So pretty much by removing the back panel, you're going to gain quick access to the backplate of the cooler's backplate, and then you can quite easily remove cooler. You know, put another one. Maybe when you do testing, if you want to decide which one you want to buy, or
yep.
you borrow it from a friend. It has that, basically ease of access. That is the name of the game with the chassis.
So so the general message with this is to make it as easy as possible for sort of modders, overclockers,
yes.
enthusiast users to do what they want
yes.
with their PC.
Because we also thought maybe what's putting people off from buying coolers, add-on coolers, is difficulty in installation. So for example, when they buy one cooler, something new will come on the market, and they might be put off. They say, look, I have to dismantle my computer, I have to do everything, just to put this new cooler, to get maybe 5% to 10% extra performance. Might not be significant. However, by having easy access to the to the whole cooler, and backplate of the cooler, that becomes very easy operation, and that might actually boost the sales of our coolers.
Living up to your name there, Cooler Master.
Absolutely, yeah.
And are there any other features that we haven't covered yet of this chassis?
You have your one-button installation for optical drive, so pretty much it's tool-free, and same goes for the add-on card, PCI Express cards, like a graphics card, sound card, and so on. And,
okay. And is this available to buy now?
Yes, it is. It's available to buy now from people like Scan Computers.
Right.
Maybe eBuyer and some other people, they have it readily available, and price is about 125 to 130 pounds.
Depending,
yeah. Depend on the outlet.
Okay, that's great. Right, well, thank you very much, Miodrag.
Thank you.
Okay, you've been talking to Scott and Miodrag on HEXUS TV. Join us next time.